Hey guys, it's Lazarus here, and today we're going to be talking about a beautiful top-dwelling fish called the Golden Wonder Killifish, aka Striped Panchax. Let's dive straight into the video. Okay, so in appearance, the Golden Wonder Killifish are usually gold. The males will be a bright gold color with red on the tail, and then the females will usually be dull with no color on the tail. So these fish are very easy to keep. They can survive a large range of water parameters, so you just keep the pH from 6.5 to 7.5 and a temperature range of 22 to 26 degrees Celsius. These guys are community fish, so they can go in large community tanks. Just keep in mind though that they do have really big mouths. You can see they have a big mouth from eye to eye, so they can easily munch up fish smaller than themselves. So make sure the fish you're keeping with them are fish bigger than the actual Golden Wonder Killifish, or else they might help themselves to a nice juicy snack right in front of them. So keep in mind that and make sure you follow those rules. Otherwise, if you're trying to breed them, or if you just want to keep some and you have heaps of tanks lying around, then you can do a species only tank and you get a bunch of them and it will be really cool. They love densely planted aquariums, so have lots of live plants throughout the tank. They're not a plant eater, so you can keep them with any plant really, but they do look great in a wide variety of plants, including different color varieties such as red and then your greens. Since they have such big mouths, you can take quite big foods such as small fish, but then they can also take your cichlid pellets or just the micro pellets. Anything they'll fit in their mouths they'll eat. So for example, the tropical fish flakes and all sorts of live foods and frozen foods, they should fit in their mouths as well. I recommend feeding them brine shrimp and bloodworms when it comes to live foods and frozen foods, and they'll also happily munch on some mosquito larvae. Now when it comes to breeding, it's really straightforward. So if you haven't heard, this is a spawning whelp. You'll need this to breed them. Now this is kind of falling apart, but I did a whole video on how to make a spawning whelp step by step. So it's pretty straightforward. Basically some yarn and a floating object in the middle. It can either be a fishing floater bowl, or it can be cork or anything you can find lying around that floats on water. And so basically what you do is you float that in your tank, and then basically the Golden Wonders will go through the spawning whelp, lay their eggs all over the acrylic yarn, and they will have a grand time, and then they'll come out. Now it's best to get out your spawning whelp as quick as possible because you don't want them to come back and eat their eggs if they're hungry. In appearance, the eggs will usually be quite large actually compared to your white clouds or tetras, that sort of stuff. So they are quite big. You can just put them in a hang-on breeder box and that'll do quite fine for them. And then what you do is you just put the spawning whelp in and let them hatch themselves, and then start raising the fry off powder foods, but they're almost ready to immediately start eating baby brine shrimp. So you can culture that if you like, but they can always just grow up upon just powder foods, but make sure you're feeding them a few times a day, at least 3, so they get the best growth, and so they'll be grown up as fast as possible. And then you'll have lots of baby wonder killifish. You can put them throughout your tank, select the ones you want and bring them to your local pet store. Now pet stores will always take Golden Wonder Killifish because they are quite a rare and unique fish, and when people see them they'll want to get them. So these guys are not actually that easy to find at aquarium stores, so it's more easier to buy them offline if you can find websites that sell them. Here in Australia they're quite rare. I don't see them at my local fish stores much. They definitely are very, very fun to watch. If you're looking for a nice striking fish to go in your larger community tank with all the big fish, you want something to stand out, or you just want to put one little fish in your tank to get a good vibe going on in there, well, you get the Golden Wonder Killifish. These guys do grow up to 10 centimeters, so they do bring out a lot of room in larger tanks. So make sure you do have a minimum tank size of 20 gallons, but 30 gallons is preferred. Well, there you have the Golden Wonder Killifish care and breeding guide. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content just like this. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video.